Hello, good morning to all of you. Today we are going to see credit number 4. In that, chapter number first, minerals, fossil fuels, atmospheres, and unit number 4, that are the sustainable modern development. That points today we are going to see. First, see about the minerals. Minerals is aggregated of two or the more than two elements, has a definite chemical composition, atomic structure, and are formed by the inorganic processes. Such processes that may be a geological mining or from the any things that are the inorganically formed, that is considered as a minerals. It is a it in a economic geography, the mineral is used as a naturally occurring material that is a mine, and it is a economic value. Mineral generally occurs in the earth crust, is in the form of a ore, and it is extracted, processed, and utilized for the economic benefit of a society. The availability and as per capita, the consumption of minerals is taken as an important indicator to the assess the economic development of country. India is a fairly rich mineral resources, but their distribution is highly uneven. The distribution of minerals in India has been described in a following section. Mineral distribution in India, or the mineral belts in India. The Chota, Chota Kanpur belt, in that belt stretches over Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Orissa, Bihar, and West Bengal, rich in a coal, mica, manganese, chromite, ilmenite, bauxite ores, bauxite, iron, and the uranium, phosphate, copper, dolomite, china clay, and the limestone. That are the mineral found in that the Chota Ganpur belt. Then important minerals producing districts are Dhambad, Hazirabad, Palmau, Ranchi, Santal Pargana, and Singhbun, Jharkhand, Cuttack, Dhankel, Kenderbhuj, Koraput, Mayurbhanj, and the Sambalpur. That are the mineral founding area. Then Midland Belt. This is the belt of sprawls over the state of Chhattisgarh, uh, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, and the rich manganese, ore, bauxites, mica, copper, graphites, limestones, lignites, marbles, and limestone are found in that area. That are the midland belt. Then southern belt. The belt stretches over the state of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, which is rich in gold, iron ores, chromite, manganese, lignite, mica, bauxite, gypsum, asbestos, and the dolomite, ilmenite, china clay, and the limestone found in that is southern belt. Then western belt. Western belts. The belt stretches over the state of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and the rich non-ferrous metals like copper, lead, zinc, uranium, mica, manganese, salt, asbestos, building stones, precious stones, and the minerals, oils, and the natural gases. Then southwestern belt. The sprawl over the or the spread over Goa, Karnataka, Kerala mostly contain the iron ores, ilmenite, zirconites, monozites, sands, granites, china clay, oxide, mica, limestones, and asbestos. That are the mineral found in that belts. That is known as the southwestern belts. Then next belt, that are the Himalayan belts. The belts is the poor metallic minerals. However, the valuable pockets of a mineral like copper, lead, zinc, bismuth, bauxites, antimony, nickels, cobalt, tungsten, precious stones like gold, silver, gypsums, limestones, and the dolomites are found in the Himalaya. That belt is considered as a Himalayan belt. Then fuel minerals. Which are the minerals and which are the fuel minerals? Coal, oils, and the natural gas, basically fossil fuels. That means a mineral may act as a fossil fuels. That may be a coal, that may be oils, or that may be a natural gas. We have a good reserves for the coal. but very poor essential fuels, oils and a natural gas. That simply indicate that is a fuels. It is a fuel, that is a coal. We have a properly or the very much fuel as a coal, but natural gas and the remaining fuels are the very less, like petrol, diesel, that are the very low amount, but coal, it is a very high amount. The coal prone, that is the coal reserve of the country in January 1994, estimated by a GSI, that means global survey of a index, about the 68 billion tons. We are mining about the 250 tons annually, and this rate are expected to go by the 400 to 450 tons by 2010. And if you could not maintain our mining rate 400 tons per year, then coal reserves might last about the 200 years, taking the proven reserve the 18 million tons. That are simply we are continuously dependent, or the mining process are continuously going on about the more than the 20 years. We are the annually taking mining that coal from the more than the 400. There is a up to 200 years or 20 years ago, then we have a shortage of a coal. So maintenance, it is the most important concept in that minerals. Okay, then crude oils. There are different types of crude oils. In that petroleum, it is one most crude oils. It is believed that petroleum has been a form over a period of millions of years through a conservation, to conversion of a remain of a organism, like living in a sea, into hydrocarbon by heat pressure and catalytic action. The petroleum on a fraction of a distillation and further processing provide the numerous product and a byproduct. Then natural gas, that is about the petroleum or the crude oils. Then natural gas, it is proven that reserves of natural gas in April 1993 works out of approximately 700 billion cubic meter, that is a BCM. As a regard the production, which utilization aspect, in earlier years more than the half of the gas coming out of the wells and remain unutilized. However, in recent year we have achieved the utilization of 18 to 90%, keeping the view of futures to demand the proven the gas reserves. It is unlikely that our gas reserves might last for more than the 20 years. So that is natural gas also one type of a resource or a natural resource, but we could not use in a proper manner. We have to lost, or we have to face the problem of a shortage. Then metallic and non-metallic minerals, that are the about the fuels, mineral that act as a fuels. Now see, some minerals act as a metallic and the non-metallic minerals. India is a poorly endowed mineral wealth, except for iron ore and the bauxite. Our shares of a world reserve the every other minerals is a 1% less than. However, there has been a phenomenon of a growth production since the independence. Then metallic minerals. What is by metallic minerals? Minerals act as a metals. We cannot extract the metal directly from the minerals. For the extracting metals, minerals are treated with a different process. Metallic minerals are generally found in the combined state. According to the availability of metal, and the metallic minerals are further divided as follows. That means that metal cannot directly extract from the minerals, so they have to process the different type of a process, and they are converted into ores, alloys, and finally metal are separated, or the purified metal are the form. Ferrous alloys are present combined in the state of iron, pyrite, limestones, hematites, magnites are ferrous ores of iron. It is the main content in it. That are the first iron, that are the combined or the extracted from the ferrous alloy. The next, non-ferrous alloy. It is the minerals of alloys. This type of contain metal like titanium, antimony, arsenic, beryllium, copper, lithium, that are the combined together or the extracted from ores or the alloy, that is known as the non-ferrous alloys. Then non-metallic minerals, the mineral whose yield product are other than the metals, that is known as a non-metallic minerals. that include the aluminium, gold, silver, platinum, zinc, and magnesium. Then impact of mining on the activities of environment. What will be impact? We have already know about the impact of mining on the environment. We have continuously mining will be take place, and that fuels or mineral are extracted from the earth crust. Then we have to face the problem of earth surface will be a damage, or that we have to face the problem of some type of a plant they having a deficiency of that minerals like nitrogen, potassium, calcium, that are the growth necessary element. But one day we have a continuous mining process, we have to face the problem of shortage or the deficiency in plant material as well as in animals. So environmental impact of the mining can occur local, regional, global scales. Okay, I have previously explained about the that impact. That may be a local impact, that may be a global impact, that may be a regional impact. Anything impact will be affected. For example, I have previously and many more times explained about the impacts of demands and supply. If anything are the production area, then there are the price is too low. But anything it is a very short in a storage, that price is a very high. That are the rule of demand and supply. Same way, if the we are having the coal, most of the storage or reserves, but at one day we are using in same amount, we have to face of a problem of shortage. And that also we have faced the problem of a high price or the high rate. Through a direct or indirect mining practices, impact can be result in a erosion, sinkholes loss, biodiversity or the contamination of soil, groundwater, and surface water by a chemical emitted from a mining processes. These processes also have an impact of a atmosphere from the emission of a carbon processes. Also have an impact on the atmosphere from the emission of a carbon, which have effect on the quality of human health and biodiversity. Some mining methods, lithium mining, phosphate mining, coal mining, and mountain top removal of mining, and the sand mining, may be a such significant environmental public health effect, and the mining companies some countries are required to follow strict environmental and rehabilitation codes, ensure that a mine area return into the original state. Okay, that are the some rules and regulations that a mining company have to maintain when anything are the mining or the any area are the mining, and that company has to follow the rules. When they are mining process are completed, then make that area as a previous state or that in a good condition. So that are the mining condition and the mining area. Then implementation of national mineral policy. So there are the number of government act and laws and the policy through which that mineral conservation can be done, or the maintenance of a mineral conservation can be done. First is the amended act and the rules. Some act and rules we have to follow. The new policy stated that the central government consultation with the state government and shall formulate the legal measure necessary for the general effect of a new mineral policy 2008 to ensure that the basic uniformity of a mineral administration across the country, to ensure that the development of a mineral resources and keep a pace and in concurrence with the national goals. We have to follow that points related to mining. Then strengthen the geological survey of India. The mineral policy state that the order of effectively regulate the mineral sectors through enforcement of mining plans for the adoption of proper mining methods and optimum utilization of minerals. And the geological survey of India, that means a GSI, through which a geological survey can be done. The India Bureau of Bureau Mines IBM and the state directorates mining geology will be strengthened with manpower and equipment, and the skill the setup, and upgrade the state level as a one point. So that are the also important. Then forest and environment issue. What effect on the forest and the environment? The policy lays down the creation of a framework for the sustainable development, which will be a design to take a care of a biodiversity issue and ensure that the mining activity take place along with the suitable measures restoration of ecological balance. The special care will be taken to protect the interest of the host and the indigenous, that is tribal and the population through a of a developing models of a stakehold under the some practices, and the rehabilitation packages also be a theirs. Then fossil fuel is a generic terms for the non-renewable carbon based energy sources such as solid fuels, natural gas, and oil that have a origin of plants, animals, and that live of millions of years ago on earth and underwent the transformation through a chemicals and a physical process. Fossil fuels include coal, oils, and natural gas are currently a world primary energy resource formed from the organic materials. Over the course of millions of years, fossil fuels have a fuel US and a global economic development over a past country or a past century. Then types of fuels. There are different types of fuels. First, oil. Oil is the world primary fuel source. That is transportation. Most of the oil is a pump out underground reservoirs, but it can also be found as a embedded in a shale or the tar sand. Once it is extracted, crude oil is processed in oil refineries to create the fuel oils and the gasolines liquefied. Petroleum gas and other non-fuel products such as pesticides, fertilizer, pharmaceuticals, and plastics. Then coal are the form is a swamp ecosystem where the plant remains biodegradation, and it is the sedimentary rocks, but they are the harder forms such as anthracite coals can be regarded as metamorphic rocks because of a later exposure, elevated temperature and pressure. It is composed of primarily carbon along with the assorted with other elements including a sulfur. Then natural gas. I have previously explained about the natural gas. Natural gas mainly contain the methane, can be distinguished by the composition, its further component when they are burned as a source of heat for electricity generation, and it produces the lower carbon emissions relative to the other fossil fuels. Also, it can be used as the energy storage systems for the integrating intermittent production of energy from the renewable source from a wind and a solar plant. Then formation of coal. How formation will be take place in a coal? Millions of years ago, plants are thrives in large, shallow swamp, and they were buried under the earth. And owing to the some natural phenomenons and the fossilize in course of time, a combination of a heat, pressure, and the bacterial action gradually converted. These are the buried and remains into coals. Plants contain the carbon compound. So coal is a mainly carbon. However, the different types of coal that contain the different amount of carbon. Peat is the first stage of a formation of coals and have a lowest carbon content, and the most of the inferior type of coal are the form. That are the how coal will be formed. Then formation of petroleum and natural gas. Petroleum, it is also called as a crude oil. It is found in a deep under the earth between the layer of rocks. So as the name as the petroleums. The Latin name petro means rock, and the oleum that means oils. The oil are formed in the rock that is known as a petroleum. Natural gas often found in association with the petroleum consisting the methane. Both formed from the remains marine organism are died and collected at the floor at the seas millions of years ago. The remains where are the decomposed bacterial actions, and where are the buried under the layer of sediments. Deep under the earth, high pressure temperature liquefies a part of the products and decomposition and the change of other into the gas. Then uses of fossil fuels. How they are a use of fossil fuels? Fossil fuels is definite buried combustible geological deposit organic materials formed from the decaying the plants and animals. The coal, oil, natural gas, petroleum is used as a fossil fuels. These are the extensively used as a source of energy. Fossil fuel were formed of millions of years ago when plants and animals and other creatures are die and the burn or the buried under the earth, and they remains gradually changes over the years due to the heat and the pressure of the earth crust and form the coals and the oil gas. And these are the three major forms of fossil fuels. Where are the some organic, they are called as a non-renewable energy sources, and this means that they are also called as a non-renewable energy sources. This means they cannot use against once they are expires. Over several of years, decomposed plants and animals are converted into the black rock substances and coal and the thick liquid called as oil, petroleum, and natural gases. Then advantages and disadvantages of fossil fuels. More than 75% of a world energy requirement are met by the fossil fuels. When we speak about the energy requirement, we mean the commercial energy or the energy that bought or sold, not the energy of energy from crop residue or the cattle dung, etc. That is the use is the poor. Fossil fuels petrol over the 30% of worldwide requirement of energy that contains, however, coal of the most important fossil fuels and fulfill over 65% of energy needs, and together fossil fuels meet 90% of India commercial energy requirement. And how energy are used by world in India? A large amount of energy used by the world, about the 30%, and goes into the production of electricity, and this has not shown separately. In India, 75% of total amount of coal used every years and goes to produce the electricity in thermal power station. Then conservation of fossil fuels. How we can conserve that is fossil fuels? The world the world's present resource of fossil fuels millions of years from the, and our present rate of utilization fuels much faster than the rate of which are the natural processes that are the related to the how energy we can conserve. Remaining part we see in a next lecture that are about the atmosphere. In this lecture we have learn about the two concepts. First one about the minerals and second one that about the fossil fuels. Okay, if you have any doubts please comment below the section.